In this video, we're going to explain what a construction loan is and how you use a construction loan to build your dream custom home, and while it's important to work with a lender who specializes in construction lending. So Matt, I think it might be helpful to take our viewers through and explain how a construction loan works.
Let's start here. When you're closing your loan on the construction loan, you're closing on a lot and you're closing on plans. And so one thing that happens during the loan process is an appraiser goes out and takes your plans and looks at your lot and says, when this home is done, it will be worth this. And that's really the crux of all of it, right? Is because we don't have a home that we can walk through. So what we have to do is establish a value of what's going to be there. And so how it works is a customer applies for a loan. We take them through a very similar underwriting process as they would get on any standard other 30-year fixed loan that they did. And then when they close, the construction actually begins at that point. So one great feature, for example, of a one-time close construction loan, we hear that a lot, people asking for the one-time close, is that they get to lock their interest rate when they close right up front. So they
Before construction.
Exactly. Before construction, they know what rate they're going to get at the end.
Yep.
Right.
For 30 years.
For 30 years.
Yep.
Yeah. Extremely valuable, right? Because one thing that is a little unsettling to people is going through this process with the unknown. And so what the one-time close does, it takes that variable of the unknown out.
Could you just maybe go back to what you said about the lot in the home? I'm not sure everyone knows this, but could you just talk about how you can, if you don't already own your lot, how you can acquire the lot and the home in one and package it all together? I think that might be helpful for people to understand.
We call it a land and home package.
Okay.
So what a customer can do is go out and find a lot that they're really interested in. They can purchase that lot, or when I say purchase, they can make an offer to purchase that lot. At the same time, they're kind of running their construction and they've got their plans and specs kind of ready to go. And what we'll do as a lender is we will close one time and we will include that land and those plans and specs. We'll close on it as one loan. So everything gets rolled together.
All right. So we close on the loan. We're getting ready to go. We mobilize. We dig. Take us through construction, how the builder is paid and the safeguards in there for the customer as the bank goes out and inspects progress. Then they actually make payments on the home.
That's a really good question, a really good point. It's important for viewers, listeners to remember that the builder gets paid after the work is done, right? So there may be 5 different stages of construction that a builder will take you through. So they'll perform construction and there will be a stopping point. And at that stopping point, an inspector will go out and review that work. That work gets reviewed. It gets sent to the lender. When the lender looks at that, and also the homeowner gets to sign off as well, right? So at each draw, the homeowner signs off as well, saying, yeah, I'm comfortable. I'm ready to move forward. And so that will happen 5 different times throughout the process. A stop, a check of inspection, and a borrower sign off. Until ultimately that home is completed, borrower is happy, bank is satisfied because the home was built according to the initial plans and specs that were there. And we've got a loan that's now ready to convert to a 30-year fixed mortgage.
And we do the final inspection, get the certificate of occupancy, everything is complete.
That is all a part of a requirement that has to happen before the lender, a borrower, builder get out of the picture, before they part ways.
Now, let's talk about the product. So if someone comes in, maybe talk about Schumacher Mortgage, why we created it, and some of the products, let's talk about all the products, because that's really why we did it, to be have the most complete new construction loan portfolio of any bank in the country. And just maybe take it through like some of the products and who it applies to, features and benefits, so people can understand what would be available to them.
Yeah. So Schumacher Mortgage was formed as a one-stop shop for all of your loans, right? So commonly you'll see lenders who only specialize in in one loan, or they'll cherry pick, right? And take the very best loans, and then they'll deny everybody else. So if you're 800 credit score and 20% down, sure, come on over, we'll give you a construction loan. But anything that doesn't fit into that box, we're going to say no to, right? Oh, you're a veteran? We don't offer that program. We don't want to do 100% financing. Oh, you're a first-time home buyer and you need an FHA loan. We don't want to do that, right? That's a lot of how it used to work. How it works with Schumacher Mortgage is we offer every single one of those programs. So if you're a veteran, we have a one-time close VA, the best one-time close VA construction loan that you'll find in the market. If you are a first-time home buyer, or you've had credit struggles in the past, or you have a small down payment, an FHA loan might be the best vehicle for you. That requires 3.5% down. It's a one-time close. You get guaranteed your interest rate when you close. If you're fitting into a conventional box, we have a one-time close conventional. That requires 5% down. And it's very similar to the standard conventional loan you see out there. And then we have kind of our signature program, and that's the YOMO, the You Only Move Once loan. And that solves a big problem for customers who were in an existing home already, but looking to build a new home.
Yeah. And I think what's important for people to understand is when you hear the term mortgage, you think, you can, it's almost like a commodity. You can go out and get a mortgage and get quotes or apply online, and again, you're going to get all kinds of pricing and all that for an existing home. It's an entirely different animal when it comes to building using what they call a construction perm loan, where you're taking from a vacant land and building your custom home. That's a very specialized niche financing products. And, it's kind of like we do this every day of the week. Our team just focuses 100% on construction lending. It's kind of like going to the doctor. I have a good friend who's an orthopedic surgeon, and he does knees and hips, and that's all he does. He does them with the same team. He does them over and over and over again, and he's the best. He's great at it. But he's not doing knees and heart surgery the next day and all that. He's picked one thing and to go deep and be the best there. And I think that's what's people need to know that about construction financing. You're not going to go to Rocket Mortgage and get a loan to build your house. It doesn't exist. And you go to the local banks, they don't have expertise in there. And therefore, if they are willing to lend, which usually they're just going to go to the gold-plated customers like you talked about, then if they do anything outside of the box, it's going to be very expensive, or they don't have these good programs that are perfect solutions for each one of these lending niches that the customer could fall into to try to find the best lending product for their situation.
Yeah. Our team of loan officers has been together now for almost 5 years, and we're doing hundreds, if not thousands of loans a year. And stack that over 4 and 5 years, you're truly getting a team of experts who can look at your situation, help you determine which loan is best for you, and pursue that financing.
Right. And since we have all the products, it's not like, you go to bank A or B, they're pushing a conventional program that's, it's really vanilla, it's really boring, and, you might chop the box for a few people, but certainly not a lot of people. So it's more, they're going to take the cherry pick who the absolute best are, and then everyone else is not going to have a good product or solution.
Yeah. And even when you find those banks who are willing to do construction loans, and maybe have done them in the past, they don't have the depth of product that we have. And so what they're doing is they're taking every single customer and trying to put them into this one small box that they have, right? Instead of having numerous big boxes like we have, so we can really tailor our product to what the customer needs.
Yeah, and again, it goes right back to why we created Schumacher Mortgage. We wanted to have a team of specialists that did nothing but new construction with all the portfolio of building products at their disposal. to figure out the right tool, the right program for each and every customer.
And it didn't happen overnight, right? Think about it. We started with, one-time close conventional, and we rolled out VA, and we rolled out FHA, and it was a year ago that we stumbled upon Yomo. So what's fantastic about this partnership is that we continue to grow, right? We continue to identify different weaknesses or customers that might not be getting the help they need, and we're able to create programs that get them into homes.
I think another thing that would be helpful is we have a unique program. People are always talking about rates and when's the best time. And, it's kind of like the stock market. You just don't know where things are going. You can guess, but it's kind of just that it's a guess. But I'd like you to maybe just outline what we did as a company for all of our customers in terms of getting a free refinance if rates would ever go down in the future, how we cover the cost. It's just another peace of mind that I think we need to do a better job of explaining, because when people understand they understand what a benefit it is.
Yeah. Yeah. What we've offered for customers is the ability to get a free refinance down the road. And so, customers may not be sure if interest rates are going to go up or down, just like you said, we're not sure of it either. But we do know that if you qualify and you can get a mortgage and you want to build, that you can do so comfortably knowing that you also have a free refinance. And that free refinance can be used, anytime after you complete construction, 6 months pass, and then you're eligible to use that refinance if rates drop for the next 5 years.
Oh, and when you say, because I know what we're really particular when we created this, when we say free, could you just outline, the cost that we cover? Because there's really hardly anything out of pocket. So it's all about just, if this would happen, you can exercise the benefit of the program, and maybe just talk about that for a second.
Yeah. A lot of people will say no lender fees, right? It's a sneaky way to avoid saying no cost refinances, right? And that's essentially what we're doing, is a no cost refinance. So there are no lender fees. There's a title company involved, but we step in and pay the title company fees. A customer pays for an appraisal up front, but we come and reimburse them for that appraisal. There's a recording fee with the county, but we step in and pay that. So it's a true no cost refinance for this customer.
Yeah, I think it's a great peace of mind. None of us have a crystal ball. We don't know what rates are going to do, but if they do go down, you have this at your disposal to use anytime, that you want. So thanks for watching, and check out our next video on the custom home building process.